The dull white haze of night fire torches illuminate a seemingly endless series of stone halls. Angry shouts and frustrated grunts echo endlessly as the dwarf barbarian Barlow thrusts the tiefling wizard against the stone wall. He clasps his collar with fierce intent, bringing the wizard's face deep into an assault of the scent of rotten teeth.
You motherfucker! You better have a good explanation for that!
The terrified, beseeching expression of the drow ranger Leandra hangs on the forefront of Barlow's mind, enraging him. I took advantage of my resources during a dire situation. If you would rather go up and face that beast yourself, I believe you'll find a repeat outcome of such a foolish action. The wizard rebuttals. Aster, the white dragonborn rogue, turns the oncoming conflict into a thoughtful interrogation with fervor. You said that thing was the guard dog. No more games. Guard dog for what exactly? What in the nine are we actually looking for here?
I swear to you that all shall be revealed in due time.
The wizard's voice is a venomous mixture of pointed observation and desperation.
You lost your right to secrecy the moment that you threw Leandra to that beast!
Barlow's enraged voice carries greatly in these damp stone halls.
Tell me what I want to know, or I will shove my boot so far up your ass that it will make every night flower in Reichenberg blush!
The distinct sheen of silver makes contact over Barlow's neck, nestling itself along the bulging jugular vein of the enraged dwarf. A polearm with a long, curved blade extends from the other cloaked figure. A scythe, a massive weapon that has no right to remain completely concealed under such limited space. And yet, the momentary silence is broken by the gruff disappointment in Barlow's voice.
I expected better from you, Fia. Really going to make me choose, huh?
He mutters, seemingly defeated. Alright, let's just all calm down now. We're almost done here. Let's just finish the job, and then we can hash things out. Aster pleads, his heart already scarred from the loss of Leandra.
Fine.
Barlow growls, loosening his sweat-covered grip on the tiefling's collar, ending the tense standoff.
But swear on this, wizard. You've got a lot to answer for,
he adds pointedly. The tiefling rises to his full height, dusting himself off. The hissing, chittering call of the beast echoes up the endless stairwell. If we are done wasting time, it sounds like our friend is just about done with his meal. His words strike like venom. Nevertheless, with little other choice, the quartet continue further into the night fire haze. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, hello, and welcome to another episode of Dummies and Disasters Presents Sins of the Blood. I am your humble Dumble Master for the evening, the one and only Pooting Pastry, the Farting Tart, joined by my crew of, wow, you guys are kind of in the shit right now, aren't you? You guys are in the shitters.
Are we? I don't know, man. There's
don't
a lot.
know.
There's just a lot happening.
I
I'm
don't
scared.
know. There is a lot happening. We're going to touch on a lot of that tonight. Yes, hello. Before we begin, I do need to make a point of something, a small mistake that I made last session. Last session we introduced an NPC, one of the Night Owls by the name of Aster, a contact of Simri, who Simri is well familiar with and requested the aid of. You may have also noticed that during this section, I made note of a white dragonborn rogue named Aster. I discovered when I was going through my notes tonight that I fucked up the Night Owl's name, Aster, in the last session, and I seek now to clarify that. That character, the Night Owl, the one that Simri met with and is familiar with, is not named Aster, but is in fact named Adder. The names are similar in their spelling and their pronunciation, and more so, they are both rogues. So while it was a mistake, it was at least an appropriate one. So just wanted to come forward and correct that character is Adder, not Aster. Aster is the white dragonborn who we are retelling the story from in these intro sections. But yes. So a little clarification there. Regardless,
I'm dealing with a snake.
you are dealing with the snake. That is true. There's a snake in your boot.
Damn it! I was gonna say it.
Sorry,
see.
River.
Speaking of snakes, I got a snake tattoo yesterday.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice. I was just gonna say, I'm a snake.
I'm a slithery little snake.
Little snake.
But let's go ahead and get started tonight. We are waiting on J Frost. He is running just a little late. He is dealing with an errand right now for his family, but he shall be here in a few minutes. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and roll our test rolls for tonight, my friends.
Oh, an 18.
Wow.
11.
5.
11, 18, 12, 5. I'm noticing that I'm not seeing...
16.
Nice.
Noticing that I'm not seeing 3D dice on this other... Hold on. Oh, why is 3D dice off on the other monitor? Huh. All right, well,
Huh.
I'm glad I fixed that.
That would be why they aren't showing up.
Yes, indeed. It would be hard for them to show up while they are off. So that has been corrected. Alrighty. So, my friends, let's go ahead and get into our session for tonight. For inspiration, I would like for one of you or multiple of you to regale the events of the previous session. In the meantime, I'm just going to get a little bit of music going.
Sure, why not? I can take a stab in the dark.
Go for it, Joe.
So the session started off with Lieutenant Libiyahin essentially barging into the interrogation of Laith. Interrogation debriefing of Laith and bringing mention of the crashed ship Guinevere having a stop at a town called Porthold before coming into Blackwall, implying that is the likely case of the crew getting turned into undead, as well as where the white came from. Bulk and Pact were tailed by a tiefling by the name of Q, who turned out to be an Archangel spy and was convinced to turn the other way, or be eaten by Bulk. Semri was looking for intel, as mentioned earlier, for the Night Owls, and Solomon is seeking a translator for a cipher given to him by Bastion. That's all I got.
Okay. Just a couple corrections there regarding the first part of that retelling. The ship did not originally come into Porthold on its way into Blackwall. Libiyahin is in charge of the investigation and was seeking to make a report to Captain Roberts regarding some evidence that was found at the site of the crash. And Captain Roberts, in response to Libiyahin's aggressive demeanor, threatened to
send them to Port Hold for patrols for 6 months. While not, which is a bit of a punishment because Port Hold has a reputation of being pretty fucking boring. Aside from that,
Fun to put her in a timeout corner.
pretty much. Aside from that, wonderful. There are a few things that have been left out, so if anyone wants to pick up that torch and go over the rest of the events of the session, Joe, you will still get a point of inspiration. Thank you for that. Would anyone else like to continue where Joe left off?
I did it last time.
Trying to remember what Joe didn't say, as my brain has only processed half of what he did say. So anyone else? This is a great place for my brain to be tonight.
CG, why don't you go and continue for us then, if you wouldn't mind?
Let's see. Correct me if I've gone over stuff or missed something, but as Copper and Semri returned to the Copper Piece, there was an in-depth discussion on the events that took place the day before about the strange individual and the arrival of Lath into the Copper Piece. Semri was not satisfied with the encounter and elected to go out to visit one of the Night Owls, the many different loose network of thieves and rogues in town. More or less getting their aid in figuring out what's going on, why they're here, and for lack of a better term, bodyguard duty for Lath.
Babysitting, even.
CG, what was the name of the person that Simri met with?
I'm gonna say the wrong name.
Adder.
I
It's Adder.
Thank you.
It was Adder, correct.
However, on the way back... Oh, one other small thing. Copper and Semri, after a conversation about what to do regarding Semri and, the Inquisitor, has elected for a befriend approach for, in case more Inquisitors arrive, having one in their organization that can vouch could be useful. But on their way back, Semri felt the onset panic attack coming on as they were traveling the rooftops. And although they were about to succumb to it, they were distracted momentarily by a whispering in their ear of, "Hey, pretty kitty."
Okay. Well done. Go ahead and take a point of inspiration as well, CG. Trying to find... I was going to change your music to a different song, and now I can't seem to find it, so that's good.
Well,
Hold.
Oh?
Hold.
what am I supposed to hold?
Whatever you got.
My hand.
Wait, I hold River's hand
Okay, that's fine.
in CG's face.
Lewd.
Go off!
No. I'm scared!
Beat CG's face.
Oh.
I'll
Turns out I
jump.
can't fucking read. There
You
we go.
degenerates holding hands on stream.
Crazy.
You
With
can
that,
join us, punk.
we return back to the city of Blackwall, where we left off. It is still the night of the 13th of Wintercrest, and it is around this time of 8 p.m. I almost said Eastern Standard Time, which not apply to this. I about defaulted. But we pick up with one Lath Sea Angler who, at the behest of a written note from Libyahin, you, alongside the map that you were given by Lib, you have now, or the directions you were given by Lib, you have made your way to the church, the Chapel of Freda, in one of the northern quadrants of town. It is small and cozy. It's not a super big church, Despite the cold, though, it is notably nestled in the midst of what appears to be a small apple orchard. There are small night fire lanterns that lead the way up to the doorstep to this chapel. Again, it's quite cozy. It's not overly large, but some could say it's just right in terms of its size. But as you make your way up to the doorway, to the front door, you are passing through this small apple orchard, and there is, as you notice, as you're kind of walking, you notice what appears to be this, well, a woman. Her skin is, thank you, her skin is fair, her hair is long and pink, and she has long elven ears. She is wrapped up in this beautiful white dress with matching white cloak that seems to shelter her from the cold. And you watch as your eyes set upon her, you watch as she plucks one of the apples from one of the trees and almost like observing it, like similarly to how an animal might observe their prey before they strike. And it's in this moment as she's pondering this apple in her hand, her eyes raise and they meet yours. And allow me to give you this handout of this woman that you see before.
Pretty.
She doesn't quite startle per se once she meets your gaze, but she does sort of like perk up a bit. Oh, welcome to our orchard, brother. And you can see as she begins to approach you, one, this dress doesn't cover nearly as much skin as you initially anticipated it, as you originally anticipated, but also on this like necklace choker style trinket around her neck, there is the sigil of Freya, which, you know, based on the one you wear, is a golden apple which has a rose flower sprouting from it. I've been expecting your arrival. It's Brother Laith, right? Laith Seeingler.
Yes, that's me.
It is good to meet you. I was told to anticipate your arrival. Are you here for prayer?
Prayer and seeing the temple, of course, since I'm getting my bearings around everything.
I understand. Prayer does the heart well. Or perhaps your heart aches from your lonely journey at sea, and now you seek communion. Laith! You don't need to make a check on this. This would, in for some others, would require a religion check, but for you, based on not just your religious background as a member of the Inquisition, a cleric, but also specifically a follower of Freda, communion, while communion is an appropriate term, communion for followers of Freda often is expressed in the form of sexual activities. Typically dependent on if whoever is seeking it seeks repentance or just seeks to cure their loneliness or anything of the sort, of that nature. She is the fertility goddess, after all, so It's appropriate.
I know my above game. I just wasn't. I wasn't full. Joe.
All of you are 12.
Incorrect.
I
I
didn't
am
say
at
anything!
most-
I'm taking
I'm
notes!
I'm at most 11.
This pineapple symbol that's right behind me says otherwise, motherfucker.
Upside down.
He'll kind of pause for a second, thinking. Communion today isn't what I seek. However, I do appreciate the extent of the what would be the word there? Invitation?
You can use invitation.
Yes. Inquiry. Thank you, bud.
I understand. Well, if you ever do seek communion here, our facility, our chapel, our doors are open to you always, brother.
Absolutely.
It's not a brothel! I'm going to kill
Not a
y'all.
brothel, it's a church, bud!
I'm going to kill y'all.
It wasn't me!
I will revoke
I said nothing!
I will revoke the sex church if y'all keep acting up.
It wasn't me! I was writing
I
notes.
said nothing.
I
How
wasn't
dare I
even
get this
saying-
drive-by?
I wasn't even saying it to
How
be
fucking
mean. I was saying
dare.
it to be literal. That's like such a great idea. Fuck you.
It is a great idea.
I have been notified of your oncoming arrival by one First Lieutenant Libiahin. She actually awaits inside for you.
Thank you.
Of course, I am to please. If you require me or any of my other services, I am the High Priestess here. My name is Nyla Zywin. And now you have a name.
Writing your notes.
Yes. And I'll go ahead and put her information in the hoopst. Nyla Zywin. High Priestess of Freda in Blackwall. She is a high elf. Her
Could you
pronouns
remind me
are-
what the symbol looks like as well?
It is a golden apple with a rose flower sprouting from it. Like the actual bloom of the rose.
Okay. Don't mind me, I put that in our chat just so I could, follow things.
Yeah. High Priestess of Freda and Blackwall, High Elf, she, her, and 159 years old. But with that, having met Priestess Zywin, I presume you begin to move inside to find your friend? Friend. Libiahin. Yes? No? Maybe?
Beat what you said, I was typing.
I presume having met Priestess Zywin, you are now going to move inside to find your friend, Libiahin.
Yes.
What is your passive perception, Laith, as you enter?
Civ is 15.
15. Okay. When you get inside. There's... It's late. It's like 8 o'clock, so most people are home for the night. There are still a few either followers or priests/priestesses here in the chapel itself, but the chapel is already quite small. You presume that it's got a small enough population to fill its walls, but probably not much beyond that. To fill its doors, but not much beyond that. However, you do notice the tall, fully armored copper dragonborn standing by what appears to be the confession booth, who most certainly stands out amongst all the folks here. Notably, you do notice a distinct lack of skin covering from most of the other priests and priestesses here in the chapel.
I am a pious man.
But god damn, she thick.
Under his breath, he just kind of goes, "How does everyone stay warm?"
The question kind of rings in your ear, and you think to yourself, "How do I stay warm?"
To be fair, he is resistant to cold.
Correct. You do notice there is a distinct, you could almost call it layer of warmth in here. Not just like as if you were by the fire, but it feels like there's something like additional to it. But I presume you move to convene with Libyahin.
Yes.
Okay. As you move up towards Libyahin, as they seem to notice you as well, they kind of straighten up, and you notice that they start... It looks like she starts kind of rubbing your hands together, almost anxiously. And as you approach, before you have a moment to address Libyahin, she goes, Father, it's good to see you. Can we proceed with our confessions? And Laith, with your passive perception of 15, you notice that as she says that, her eyes kind of dart to the side in the direction of the confessional booths that you guys are admittedly standing next to. If you said something just then, River, it did not come through.
No, I'm trying to think of a response to say.
Do you want to roll an insight check?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll an insight check for me.
17.
You are going to beat her 7. Libyahin is noticeably on edge, which is very different from every other reaction you've had with her before. It's almost like she's putting on a face, but more than that, it's like she's trying to deliver some sort of maybe even secret meaning to you.
He kind of catches on, and he just kind of softly goes, yes, the confessional. And kind of, I don't want to say guides her, but kind of makes the general kind of to head toward that direction.
Mm-hmm.
The gesture.
Okay. As you say that, you see a bit of a calmer demeanor kind of come over her. She smiles a little bit, and she enters one side of the confession booth, and you enter the other. The more darkened interior of these confessionals, which notably have like curtains draped over it, so it blocks out the outside light. So it is just this like darkness, and then if you were to look to your side, you would be able to see her through it. But otherwise, there is nothing. You can't see anything around you. Thank you for meeting me.
You seem off. Is everything okay?
There's a long pause, a distinctly long pause before she... Listen, I need your help. You're currently staying in the tower, right? With that wizard, Solomon, correct?
Yes.
I need you to do me a favor. And no one can know about it.
I don't think I really have anyone to tell.
There's a soft chuckle from Libyahin. And then you hear the sound of her hands like rustling through a pack of some sort. Take this. And you see Lath as from in between these slots in the almost like the diamond pattern openings between the two confessionals, what looks like a scroll of some sort is shoved in between the opening to make its way from her confessional booth into yours. Do you take it?
Yeah.
You take the scroll. Do you look at it? Do you like open it up and look at it?
Before looking at it, he'll ask, would you like me to take a look at this now? Or is it something I should wait to do?
I'd keep it secret. Take this scroll, have him identify it. She kind of lets out this almost like frustrated grunt. There's not a lot I can say right now, but even more so, there's not many people I can trust at the moment. Just take the scroll, have Solomon identify it. I will reach out again to you in a few days, okay? I'll try to explain everything then.
Are you safe?
Darling, this is Blackwall. No one is safe.
I promise I'll help as much as I can.
Good. Now we are going to sit here for a couple moments more. And then I am going to leave. And then you leave a few minutes after me, okay?
I hear you.
You hear, as a couple moments of silence begin to pass, you hear the sound of what is very audibly the uncorking of a bottle. And you hear the sloshing of some liquid as Churches always make me anxious. And you hear the cork go back on the bottle, and then you hear the door to Libyahin's confessional open. You are left alone, by yourself in this dark confessional booth. You have this mysterious scroll before you. Do you look at it?
I was told to get Solomon to identify it. And he's gonna listen to that.
Okay. You store it in your pack where it will be safe. After a few minutes, you step out from the confessional, and Libyahin is gone. As well as a couple others from the, what's the word I'm looking for?
Clergy.
Clergy. Thank you. Not actually the word I was looking for, but I will use it because it's appropriate enough. But a few more members.
Congregation.
Yes, that's the word. Thank you, Punk. Take inspiration. Congregation.
Hey!
A few other members of the congregation have gone home for the night. You figure, with whatever the heck is going on, it's probably best to not linger. But you are welcome to do as you wish. Maybe drop a prayer for your goddess, or speak with a couple of the other clergy, get to know them. Whatever you feel is best.
One more time.
You're not required to stay in this moment. You figure it's probably best not to linger, but you can, if you feel like you're comfortable enough, you can, speak with a few other members of the clergy, maybe drop a prayer to your goddess, Freda, whatever you wish is best, or you can go ahead and leave. It is up to you.
He will probably stop and say a small prayer to Freda before heading out.
Okay. As you approach the altar, you notice that there is it's not necessarily a mountain of unlit candles, but it is a rather significant amount of candles, both lit and unlit, before you. It is customary during prayers to Freda to light one of the candles. You do so while doing your prayer. This process of whatever you may be praying for, if it's for yourself or those around you, those back at home, whatever it may be, the whole process takes a few minutes. Aside from that, if you have nothing else, you are welcome to leave. You do have a scroll to look at.
I do have a scroll to look at now.
You make your way back to the tower?
Yes.
Perfect. You leave the warm, cozy interior of the Chapel of Freda back into the frigid night air. You spot High Priestess Zywin again on your way out, who seems to be speaking with another member of the clergy. She smiles and gives you a small wave as you make your way back down the city streets towards the tower. And that is where we will leave Laith for right now. Let's pull from there. Hey, Simri. Let me change your music real quick. So,
Guys, help!
Help! There's a man! So let's talk about where you were last time, Simri. You were last time we were here. You had spoken with Bulk. You were trying to meet up with a few of the Night Owls, the ones you're familiar with, and as you were on your way, returning home back to the Copper Piece, you started to become a bit overwhelmed, overstimulated, and you began to sink into this level of panic attack. And it is on top of all of that, you are then, as you are having this momentary panic, you are beset upon by a voice that you do recognize as...
Beset upon.
beset upon. As in one ear, you recognize the voice, "Hey, pretty kitty," as one of your fellow Night Owls, Diaz, who... I presume you failed your save at the end of the last session. I'm gonna say you, in your bit of panic, you do kind of swing around, almost like as if you're about to square up with someone. And the figure before you, this tall, probably almost a foot, almost foot and a half taller than you, this huge, slender, black jaguar leonin. He too has a hood up over his head, but you recognize Diaz. You've worked with Diaz time before. You know Diaz, who, seeing you kind of jump like that, whoa, hey. Well, Birdie told me that you were involved in that terrible incident down at the docks. Really wanted to see how you were doing. I think I just got my answer. Shit.
Yeah, clearly you did. Just do as you always do and snuck up on me at a bad time.
Just doing what I do best. And noticeably, his tail curls around and actually, wipes a little bit of the tears from under one of your eyes.
Just bats it away.
Isn't like you to be so rattled. Tell old Diaz what's on your mind, Mama.
You're almost turning into Tusk. I can hear it.
Tell old Diaz what's on your mind, brother.
God, imagine if Diaz sounded like Tusk. I wouldn't be able to get anything done.
We'd have a very different character.
Yes. Well, obviously, Simri's just gonna go into detail of what happened directly after the shipwreck fight and the mugging, technical mugging, as she called it last time. Look, I don't know if it's still considered a mugging if they gave me something back after taking it. After taking something, okay? What is...
No, they poisoned you and stole your money. It was a mugging, Bun.
No, they gave me something back. They gave me a note at the same time. So
yeah, I don't think getting the IOU, the fucking business card for the local Wendy's, I don't think that counts.
Ma'am,
I don't think
this
that's
is
a fair trade.
But yeah, she would tell him about that situation. And of course, see Leaf and the importance about him being here and the Inquisition making their way.
Diaz has not a tell, but this habit that you've noticed he's done for a long time, in that when when you're speaking to him and he's thinking, you can see as his bottom jaw hangs down a bit low, and he is actually dragging one of his long claws along the base of one of his canine teeth. And as you're kind of saying this, eventually he goes, "Shit, viper venom is... that stuff's hard to come across here."
It was bad. I'm still stiff. Don't.
Yeah. But who else have you told?
Adder's the only one so far I haven't been able to find. I'm gonna look in my notes because I forgot her name. Shit.
Laura.
I haven't been able to find Laura. So.
Huh.
Well, if I haven't been able to find, I haven't looked for her yet.
I'm gonna not be offended that you told Adder before me, but I need you to know that I am hurt.
But that's not the point.
The point is... What is the point?
Simri looks at the hard camera.
Look. Alright. So, what you're saying is that there's maybe some bad new hombre in town, and they got the drop on you. Us night owls, that's hard to do. So, what, you're trying to get information on them, I presume? Trying to go after them? Because I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, if they've got viper venom...
No, not. I don't want to go after them. I don't want to do anything to them. I do want as much information that we can get safely. If it can't happen at all, I'm fine, as long as we know where they are, so I know what we can avoid.
We're scouting, then.
Yes. Safely scouting. And I mean that. Safely.
You can see Diaz has, again, this bad habit of, one, being a shameless flirt with you specifically, but also this habit of just having a generally unserious demeanor. It is in this moment where you see him lock in.
Guys, he's locking in, finally, Jesus.
And he goes, and you want old Diaz to get information for you.
You would be the best one for this.
Oh, finally. At least someone fucking acknowledges my talents. You see, he actually, like, throws up his hands a bit. You know, I keep
Simri thinks to
trying.
herself.
What's that?
Simri just thinks to herself, I now regret saying that.
You know, I keep trying to tell Laura about how, like...
Not the point. So,
Do you have
any leads? Have you told him about the note?
I was about to.
Perfect. So do you have any sort of leads? Or are we just kind of flying by the seat of our pants?
Mostly by the seat of our pants. There is this note that they gave me before they left. Show it to him. But it doesn't really give much, at least for me, because I'm still relatively new.
Do tell.
Oh, she show it to him.
You are showing it?
Yeah.
As he begins looking over this note, you feel his tail slowly start crawling around your back and up your other shoulder.
Simri just smacks it away. Stop.
He doesn't bat an eye as he's looking over this note.
That's fucking cryptic. Why a riddle?
Yeah. My other thing is, I don't even know who they were going to. It's the other problem. They were watching the Inquisitor that's here, which is a bad sign for me personally, as far as I know, so...
Based on what you told me and what I'm reading here, one, either this person is, if they are from Blackwall, they are someone who knows their shit. But here's what I'm currently thinking. If they know the Inquisitor, if they know about you, whatever the fuck that means, whatever the cryptic shit they're telling you, chances are they aren't a local. They are some...
And you see he gets a little frustrated.
But if they aren't a local, why are they going around throwing cryptic notes, riddles?
Why do
And
they have
how
a
do they
card
know
already?
this? And how do they know the streets so well?
Yeah. Quite a mystery. Shit, you've given me a lot to think about. I'll look into
You're
it.
welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Am I? I don't feel like I am, actually.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm sure my charm will rub off on you at some point.
Oh, you hope.
Boy, do I.
You really hope. You can, whatever helps you sleep at night. I'm going to go. One person seeing me cry tonight is enough. I don't need another one seeing me. I will find Laura tomorrow.
You want me to walk you home? It's dangerous for a lady out here in this mean old city.
Just holds up a knife to him.
Oh, threatening me with a good time now. It's been a minute.
Myself home.
What'd
I
you
will
say?
be fine. I said I can walk myself home.
Oh, I thought you said something
I
about
will be
cell phone. I got
fine.
confused.
No. I will be fine.
All right.
I have my cell phone, don't worry. I'll text you when I get home.
You've got your Apple tag on. Copper's got his.
Yeah.
Copper's
I've got my
his,
I've got my air tag.
yeah, your air tag. Copper's
God,
got
Copper
his
would
phone
air
so he
tag.
can find you.
Copper would air tag Simri.
Yes. Yes. Hello.
Oh, they're in the
Just-
jails again.
Yeah. Yeah, please. Just be safe. And Simri kind of deflates saying that. As much as I deal with you, I don't need any more contacts being hurt or going missing.
It sounds to me, mon ami, that you are the one who needs to be careful.
No, I am perfectly fine, she says, walking away. Because she knows if she keeps the conversation going, he won't shut up.
Your lack of a coin pouch begs to differ. Right as you like leap off the edge. As Diaz now on the roof alone, kind of crosses his arms. Yeah, she's into me.
I hate that man.
What that?
Professional rage baiter Diaz.
Yeah.
She's gonna get her coin pouch.
With that, Simri, you return home for the evening. It is quite late. Copper at this stage has already retired for the evening. And with that, I believe it is a good time for us to call it an evening. Unless anyone have any short matters of business to take care of before the long rest.
Yeah.
I got nothing, Chief.
I'm already asleep.
R.E.pers, alright? With that, you all gain the benefit of a long rest.
Wahoo!
The day comes to an end, and look who's here. He's not actually here to call yet, but I saw him load up into the Roll20. Alright, when
What
he
does
gets
a
in
full
here,
rest do
everyone's
for
gonna
our
yell at
sanity?
him. When he gets in here, we're all gonna yell, Late! Late! Alright? That's what we're
Okay.
gonna do.
What does sleep do for our sanity again? I forgot what it did to her score.
Hold.
Oh god.
Holding.
Let me pull up the rolls again.
Holding. I have an oats.
I also forget, is sanity a stat? Or
Sanity is
or is
one
it one
of
of the
your
resource
stats
too?
now. Sanity is a stat. It is there. It should be under your charisma stat. Now,
Okay, it is. I was making sure I didn't need to have something over in other resources.
Correct. Now, sleep does not recover, like a long rest does not recover your sanity. What recovers your sanity is if you, first of all, if you brave the horrors of whatever is before you, either mental, physical, implied, or direct, or if you spend 24 hours resting doing minimal activity.
Right, thank you.
Yes, you have to do 24 hours dedicated to minimal activity, specifically dedicated to resting and restoring your sanity. I was originally going to have long rests restore sanity as well, but I decided against it. Suffer.
I will.
Oh, mean.
God damn it.
But
Simri suffering.
But with that, let me go ahead and find some more music. And let me roll on the table for weather. Alrighty.
What?
Roll for weather.
Nothing. I was making a dumb joke.
Oh. I'm also trying to buy some time for Jay Frost to get in here. My table's not actually loading. Please.
No, your table. You need that to play on.
I do. All right. Okay. The next morning comes, and it is much like how it was starting to on the back half of the day yesterday. It is still heavy snowfall, but the temperature has not... It's dropped a little bit due to the heavy snowfall, but it is not anything outside of the normal in this moment. But 14th of Wintercrest, we have high precipitation, specifically snowfall. But with that, my friends, you have 3 days of downtime above game for you to do whatever you may wish. I know a few of you have some ideas already. I'm going to let some of our other folks start, aside from Lath and Simri, since we've already seen the two of them today. So, with that, would any of our other current party members like to volunteer to do some stuff first? This can be something specifically you want to do today, or just stuff you want to do generally throughout your 3 total days of downtime.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, Copper.
So, Copper is still a little shaken after his encounter with the Guinevere. Almost literally. He's been noticing a bit of a nervous tick on himself. And just a tiny bit of slippage. So he is going to spend the first day basically just being... He's going to rest and center himself and recover some sanity.
Perfect.
So I will... Remind me how this works. So I add +1 to my score, which is a max of 14?
Yes, so your base, you regain 1 point of sanity for every 24 hours spent doing minimal activity. I will allow you, based on your general lifestyle and your occupation, I will allow you to man the copper piece
Ray.
while doing your rest, although for the sake of the rest activity, it will be a slower day by default.
That's fine.
But you gain 1 point of sanity back, up to your max, or more specifically, your base sanity score, which is, for those who may not remember, is your wisdom score plus your constitution score divided by 2. So basically the average between your wisdom and constitution scores. That's your base.
Gotcha.
I suggest marking it down somewhere on your sheet if you haven't already. But, Copper, you do get your 1 point of sanity back. We will not have you roll on the table for the shop yet for potential profits until the downtime is complete, based on how many days you work in the shop, in the copper piece.
Very well. Well, I can answer that real quick. I'm going to actually spend the rest of the time in the copper piece because what I really want to do doesn't actually interfere with my running of the shop.
Yes. Tell me, you and I spoke a little bit about something that Copper is doing during this time. Please explain that to me.
When Copper said, "I want to know about these people," to Semri, he meant it. Information gathering is something that he finds himself in a lot, something he prides himself to at least a certain degree. And so he thought about it, and he thought extensively, and he's going to actually reach out to a few people in his network, and he's going to try and get some information on Rook Ashford and Rieger Petrovich.
Perfect. Your two contacts, your informants in this instance, are... I will put these in Hoomst. The first, the one you have looking into... looking into Rook Ashford is a man by the name of Salvatore Brothwaite, who is a half-elf. His pronouns are he, him, and he is 31 years old. That is in Hoomst. And your other, who is looking into Rieger Petrovich, is a human man by the name of Charles Compton, he, him pronouns, age 39. You've worked with both of these individuals before. But I will go ahead and inform you that I know you and I worked out the specifics of what they are looking for in this matter, how in depth they're trying to get. I will go ahead and inform you that neither of these individuals will report back within these next 3 days.
That's fine.
It will take more time than that. Also, hello, J Frost.
Late.
Late.
I'm sorry, I had to go pick up Dad from dropping his truck off, and then we had to help a guy because his truck went kaboom. This deer went
you care
splat.
about your family.
How dare you be a decent human being?
Deer do
How-
tend to make cars go boom.
How to fuck dare you?
For inspiration, someone give J Frost a very, very quick rundown of this first part of the session, what he has missed.
Oh, me!
Punk, go for it.
I think I'll try. So Laith met with Nyla Sywin, High Priestess of Frida, fertility goddess. There was a small minute of he who funny sex church, but not necessarily because they are, church. Nyla invited Laith to communion, but he wasn't feeling it. He was more interested in finding out information. Libyaheen passed him a scroll in a confessional booth and was told to get Simon to identify it. On Simri's way back, was it back to the tavern? That's the only place I have a question mark. She gets a panic attack, but
It
she
was
chats
Simri
with
on the way back
Diaz.
to the copper piece.
The copper piece, yeah. But is found and helped by Diaz, another night owl that she knows, a Leonin, who is a shameless flirt with her. She was also looking for Laura, but she consulted Diaz about the riddle and the tiefling. And Diaz is a little bitch. He also lifted Semri's coin pouch because he could. That's what happened.
He could have. He could have. I'll tell you straight up, he didn't, but he could have.
Yeah,
Yes. So
Simri would have jumped him.
Simri had yes. So Simri has requested help from Diaz to look into Rook Ashford, seeing if they not Rook Ashford, sorry, that's what Copper is doing. Simri has requested Diaz to look to figure out who attacked them, where they could have gone, just be on the lookout for that sort of thing.
Okie dokie.
It is now the 14th of Wintercrest. You guys have been told that you are being given roughly 3 days of downtime, and Copper is currently doing his right now, which is restoring his sanity and trying to get some information on Rook Ashford and Rieger Petrovich. The results for that will come at a later time. With that being said, Punk, go ahead and take a point of inspiration. Copper,
Yay!
do you have anything else you would like to do for this day or foreseeable days? If you don't have ideas and you come up with stuff, don't worry. I'll make sure that everyone gets everything they want done.
No worries. The only other thing that I think Copper really wants to do is he's going to ponder that riddle.
Okay. You ponder the riddle.
Big thunk.
Go ahead and roll me a D100, my friend.
A 3?
No fucking shot.
How did you get a 3? Oh my god, that's the lowest I've seen on a D100.
So. Okay. Sorry, I just had to hold my head in my hands a little bit. So, I decided today while I was doing these He Who funny notes, because y'all have had a couple weeks to think about this riddle, and none of you have come up with a solution yet. So what I was going to do is that now when everyone takes time to think about this riddle, like really think about it in character, I was going to let you roll D100, and I was going to do Divine Intervention rules.
Oh!
In that, if you roll
Oh,
your level or lower on a D100, I was going to give
No.
you a hint on this riddle.
let's go, Copper's low rolls are helping!
I weaponized it!
We
Well,
have been doing homework, Tart. You just don't get to see it.
This is
This
true.
is true.
We have a group without you because you're stinky.
Fine, don't take the hint
I'll take the hint. I didn't say it.
Sure does not speak for all of us.
then. CG, you may now ask me one question about this riddle, and I have to answer it truthfully.
Thank you, dog.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
In the context of this riddle, what does the hawk stand for?
The hawk is a bird. They are all birds.
Fuck.
Well, alright then.
That answers that question, guys.
I can go a little further if you really, really want.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Don't forget, you guys have inspiration. You can use them for hints. But
I know, but I still want to actually like try and figure it out
it
above
sounds
game
like a
2.
shitheel answer, like I'm giving you nothing. I promise that is information.
No,
Okay.
it's definitely information for us.
There are a good few.
They are all birds.
They are all birds.
Bird.
Bird.
That is what Hopper's gonna come away with as he is thinking on it.
Them sure is birds.
But yeah, Copper wanted to mostly get the feelers going for this investigation. He also low-key, and we don't have to really do anything about this, he wanted to like keep his ears to the ground for any rumors about the Beast of Baldur.
Okay. That one will be easier to get information on, compared to, individuals you are otherwise unfamiliar with. Go ahead and I'll say for that one, are you proficient with investigation?
No, I am not.
What are you proficient with?
Deception, insight, intimidation, persuasion, and survival.
Go ahead and make me a survival check.
Okay. 19.
You know that Bulk, the aptly named Beast of Baldur, is a. You know what? I will let Punk answer this. Punk, what is some general knowledge on Bulk as a resident of Blackwall?
Keeps to himself, odd jobs. Beast, though. Inconsistent. But the general walkaway is people are creeped out and a little spooked.
The couple additions onto that. You know that. What the fuck? Oh, I thought that was a fucking ghost. What the hell? Sorry, Bun just opened the door to my room, but didn't come in and wasn't in the doorway, and I thought it was Nugget, and I didn't see Nug either, so it just looked like a fucking ghost opened my door.
Whoa!
And I was just like, what the fuck? Didn't even scare me, I was just confused. Moving on. Moving on. Hey, shut that door! Still shut it! So I don't pick up on your stuff. Thank you, Bun. Because I asked politely. Thank you. Just giving me sass. Moving on. So, a couple additional notes. You would know that Bulk, while only a bronze member, is a veteran member of the Dawn Creed. More so, you living in Blackwall and Baldur as a whole for an extended period of time, Copper, you know that Baldur is home to several barbarian tribes, some of which are Leonin in descendants. You're unsure if Bulk is a resident member of one of these tribes, but it seems like you know that he is, one, a massive motherfucker, and you get the sense that this would be an apt name for, you know, someone who came from one of these tribes.
Understood.
The Leonin barbarian tribes actually refer to their tribes as prides here in Baldur, appropriately. Just something to think on. No actual evidence that Bulk is from one of these prides, but it's not outside the realm of possibility. It wouldn't be the first Leonin from one of these prides that you've seen in Blackwall. They aren't super common, but they've been around.
Gotcha.
Anything else?
No, I think the starting the wheels turning was, and getting a bit of a day's rest was enough for Copper.
Perfect. Do you, for the other 2 days of your downtime, continue to man the copper piece?
Yes.
Okay. Then we will, just so we don't forget, because we were talking about it today, I'm going to go ahead and have you roll, that thing that we were talking about. Hold on, I need to find it. So I need you to roll me a D100 plus 3.
2!
That is a 5.
Yeah.
So, Copper, unfortunately, those are really slow days. Really, really slow days. Appropriate considering that you are trying to rest, but you are going to have to pay 1.5 times the copper pieces maintenance cost for each of those days. So that would be 9 gold total
Understood.
from the stores, from your stores. Unfortunately, my friend, I'm very sorry.
No. It comes and it goes. I got a fucking 1 in 3, like a 3% chance earlier.
On the bright side, a small store such as this, the harm to your bank account is not substantial.
True.
But with that, we will move on. Who would like to go next? In fact, I know who we're going to have go next. Let's have Solomon go next. Hey, Solomon.
Hello.
We're going to introduce another character here in just a moment. But, Solomon, you are doing some researching and working over the next day. Your current big project is figuring out what the fuck is going on with this inscription. You also did tell me about you wanting to get your hands on a couple of spell scrolls. Did you determine... I know we discussed the options to get your hands on these. Did we determine above game how you were going to acquire these?
You did send me a bit of information concerning whether or not I wanted to submit requests or whatnot. Especially considering the fact that, the bureaucracy for the tower is kind of simplistic. So predominantly, he'll probably go through, like, the bureaucratic way.
Okay.
He'll just submit it through. The spell scrolls, in turn, are really just for him to be able to get his whole hands on, because he'll want to, in the future, probably put those spells into his own book. But it's better to also have scrolls on hand.
Yes. I am going to actually pin that conversation in our DMs real quick.
Oh, good.
So, I guess I'll just pin that message. So, what I need from you then, as you are submitting requisitions for these 2 spell scrolls that you are attempting to acquire. That takes an hour or 2 to describe those 2 requests. You send them out. And now you're just waiting on approval. In the meantime, you are approached by Lath while you are actually scribing out these requests. Lath! Hey, you were given something to give to Solomon.
Yes.
You may proceed as you see fit.
Sorry, was coughing.
Don't die.
No promises. Lath will kind of like knock on probably like the door frame.
Solomon will kind of just cease his current operations. He'll fold up his notes and everything for the box, put them on, like, keep them on his person in, like, in his inner coat, like, pockets. He'll open up the door for Lath, and Lath, if you, Tart, if you would allow me one quick thing.
Sure.
Tart, would you say that, considering Solomon's personality and demeanor, his room is really bare bones? Like,
you have essentials in there, but yes, your office, your study area is rather minimalistic. You have a fireplace in the corner, which unfortunately you can't get rid of. But sometimes the fire does you good for your bones. But otherwise you have like a small futon that sometimes you use and to ponder. You have a couple bookshelves in here. Your desk. Your desk sits like in the middle of this hexagonal room, and is really like truly the center point of this entire room. But yes, it's quite minimalistic.
Yeah, so
Any other additions to it, I'll leave up to you.
it is gonna be bare bones, if anything. So that's, Lath, if you were to take a look around inside, this is like the bare minimum you'll have seen any room for, but he'll just look at you and go, Inquisitor Lath, can I help you?
Just Lath is fine.
Lath, it is notable that this chamber is bigger than some apartments, and he's just in there, just in the middle of it by himself, with very little around him, just him and his desk.
Lace just kinda looks around the room, not really knowing how to react. He comes from a very maximalist. He likes shiny things put everywhere. So seeing a very bare bones, empty room, it's just like.
It's
Do you
stark
have a
difference.
personality?
Repeat that?
Do you have a personality?
Damn.
Ow.
Yes, I do. That's why I don't need half this crap.
It was above game that I said that.
Sounded like you said an in-game! Sorry.
That's going in the quote channel. Can I help you?
I actually had a favor to ask. I was given this scroll and I was asked if you could identify it.
He'll look and go, all right, come on in, please shut the door. Where did you obtain this scroll? As he'll kind of just walk towards his desk.
Lath will follow in behind, closing the door softly. I was told not to talk too much about it. I don't know. It was given to me in a confessional, and I'm bound by some sense of honor that I can't share who gave it to me. But I do hope that you'll trust me that I have faith that this person wouldn't cause harm. And if you want an insight, you can, but I'll tell you up front, he's being 100% honest. He's not gonna lie to you about it.
He'll kind of just... He will literally just kind of like raise an eyebrow and he'll just go... A confessional.
Yes, I am part of a church. I'm a follower of Freda.
Do I know Freda? Like, a god Freda? Above game? Or
Yes.
would you like me to roll for that?
I would say no role is necessary. You know that Freda was one of the gods revealed in the quote-unquote true pantheon, which was revealed by one Diana LeBlanc, who went on to lead the Iron Covenant. This information about the true pantheon was released in what's the word I'm looking for? A series of texts referred to as the Sacred Codex. That was it within the last few years following the conclusion of the Godworm Conclave.
Okay, so... He'll just kind of think about it and go, yes, goddess of love and fertility, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, apparently everyone needs a god to believe in. Not really one that I'd ever subscribe to. Come, bring the scroll over. I'll decipher it and identify it for you.
He'll pull the scroll out of his bag and hand it to Solomon, and just kind of step back away from the desk, not wanting to like invade space or anything.
Solomon!
Yes.
You're now holding a scroll.
Oh boy. First things first.
Uh-huh.
He's not going to use Identify first and foremost. He's actually going to use, if you would allow, I will ritual cast Detect Magic first.
Detect magic. Okay. You take the 10 minutes conjuring up this ritual. Lath, you're kind of in this moment just kind of standing there awkwardly, so you actually go over and sit down on the futon, which, despite the otherwise lavish interiors and comforts in your room, this futon is rigid and stiff. You don't like it. But regardless, you try your best to make yourself comfortable, and you watch as Solomon intricately, I almost said commits, and commit is not the word I want to use, intricately conjures this ritual to, pick up on the residual magics in this scroll. 10 minutes go by, and Solomon, you finish your ritual for Detect Magic, and you note, despite, the general magics in the room around you, which, well, you have a good idea of what the tower is, so it doesn't surprise you, smile, but not only the magics from you, from the holy magics that radiate from Lath, the thing that you noticed about the scroll with the Detect Magic is that it is not magical. Not anymore. You feel the radiant, or not radiant, you feel the residual magics left over from a spell scroll that has been spent.
Noted. Would I know the School of Magic?
Necromancy.
That will pick his attention up immediately and go, you're gonna need to give me a little bit, but first and foremost, you've got a spent necrotic scroll. A moment, if you will, and he will ritual cast Identify.
I won't lie to you, J Frost. I forgot you had to identify. I had like this whole thing set up to where it would take you like a significant amount of time to determine what this scroll was. But I forgot you're a wizard, and this is like Wizard 101.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
buddy.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. And you said you're casting this normally, correct?
Ritual casting.
Ritual casting. Okay.
Give it a little bit.
Yeah, another 10-minute process. Like you actually venture down the hall and you actually get some tea for yourself. But you come back as Solomon is finishing up this ritual. And Solomon,
Yes.
with your finishing of Identify, you do determine that this is a now expended scroll, which you can also validate by opening up the damn thing and seeing that there is no wordings left on it anymore. However, this is a now expended scroll of Create Undead. I would like for you, Solomon, to make me an Arcana check. With advantage, given your combined casting of Detect Magic and Identify.
Understood. Arcana check with advantage. That is a God damn!
What a stark difference.
Oh!
I love you, CG.
Oh, I love being smart for once in my goddamn life.
Feels pretty good, don't it?
Hey, J Frost.
Oh, hello, green one.
Hey, J Frost. You,
Hi, buddy.
You, as Solomon, know exactly what the spell is. However, I would like for you to click the link I just sent you and read out the spell effect for Create Undead for us, please. You don't need to. You can ignore the general information. Just the effect, my friend.
Of course. Tart, I would like to ask a question as well, considering the nat 20. Theoretically, knowing that with my school of magic being what it is and whatnot, would I theoretically be able to reverse engineer the spell scroll? Not to actually make the spell, but just write down what probably would have been.
I think I'm confused by your request.
Basically, create a non-magical spell scroll. Basically, write down what would have been.
You're wanting to create like a replication of...
Yeah, a replication without it being magical.
I will, given your check, your cast of Detect Magic, Identify, and your actual fucking subclass, yes, I will 100% allow that.
Alright, allow me to add a...
You create a mundane copy of a spell scroll of Create Undead.
Mundane copy scroll of Create Undead. I will add that into my equipment.
Perfect. Hey, J Frost, why don't you take a moment to read what the spell does for all of us at home? For those who may not be familiar.
Would you like me to start with the casting time, range, components, and duration, or just the normal?
You can skip that stuff. Just go straight to what the spell does.
Of course. You can cast this spell only at night. Choose up to 3 corpses of medium or small humanoids within range. Each corpse becomes a ghoul under your control. As bonus action, on each of your turns, you can mentally command any creature you animate with this spell if the creature is within 120 feet of you. If you control multiple creatures, you can command any or all of them at the same time, issuing the same command to each one. You decide what action the creature will take and where it will move during its next turn, or you can issue a general command, such as to guard a particular chamber or corridor. If you issue no commands, the creature only defends itself against hostile creatures. Once given an order, the creature continues to follow it until its task is complete. The creature is under your control for 24 hours, after which it stops obeying any command you have given it. To maintain control of the creature for another 24 hours, you must cast this spell on the creature before the current 24-hour period ends. This use of the spell reasserts your control over up to 3 creatures you have animated with the spell, rather than animating new ones. Should one cast this spell using a 7th circle of powers, you can animate or reassert control over 4 ghouls. When you use this spell using an 8th circle of power, you can animate or reassert control over 5 ghouls or 2 gas or whites. When you control this spell using a 9th circle of power, you can reanimate or reassert control over 6 ghouls, 3 gas or whites, or 2 mummies.
J Frost.
Yes?
My friend. What level spell is Create Undead normally?
I believe that would be a 6th circle of power.
It sure would be. I would like one thing more from you, Solomon, my friend.
Yes?
Make me, with advantage, a general. Actually, well, hold on. Do you have not persuasion? Do you have proficiency in insight?
Yes, I do, actually.
Go ahead and make me an insight check with advantage.
Alright, insight check with advantage. If it is good with you, I would like to invoke, just in case, knowledge from a past life.
Go ahead.
Just because I have a feeling this might be important.
Go right on ahead.
That's a 14. I will roll that d6. That's a 19 now.
Solomon, as you are going over the contents of the scroll, and you are remembering the finer specifics of the spell Create Undead, you have a realization. By that logic, the Whites didn't find their way onto the ship. They were made on the Guinevere.
Okay.
These are the benefits of you being one smart motherfucker.
Yee. He's gonna look at that expended spell scroll, immediately create this replica version, and he's going to look at both of them, and then there's Lath, if you were to look at Solomon, like, you could clearly see some dots are connecting in his mind, and he's just going, they weren't on board originally. They were made on board. This is... Someone created those damnable things on board the ship. For what purpose, though, I don't know.
Hey, Solomon.
Yes.
Can you make me one more insight or general intelligence check? Your choice.
Straight this time?
This one will be straight.
He'll roll a general insight, if that's... You said insight or what, actually?
Insight or intelligence. Just straight intelligence.
You know what, I'll take a chance with intelligence. It's a little bit higher than my insight.
Go for it.
16.
That was the DC. I'm gonna DM you something.
Oh boy!
Secrets.
I was thinking that.
Mm-hmm. I figured you probably were, but I wanted to reinforce it just in case. It's bad.
He's going to... He's gonna get up immediately and go. We need to go now. We need to go now. Down to the Dawn God, Dawn Creed, whatever. We need to get in touch with the local god immediately.
Absolutely.
He is not even... He immediately grabs his book, staff, he's running. He is hauling ass.
Lath will try to follow as fast as he can with his tiny little, tiny little leg.
Like, this is easily the most motivated you have ever seen this man. And as the two of you scurry, making your way for some unknown destination. We're gonna cut away from you for now.
Sounds good, Chief.
Bet.
With that, we will retouch on Lathan Solomon's little hee-hoo funny journey here in a bit. Who would like to go next? If no,
Can I voluntold somebody?
you're going to voluntold somebody. Sure. Who would you like to voluntold?
Pact hasn't gone yet.
Pact has not gone yet. Pact.
Ah, fuck.
Pact, my friend.
Yeah.
I have a general idea of what you are doing for the next couple days. Considering current events, we'll primarily tackle what's going on this day until events with Solomon and Lath conclude. But what are you doing during this bit of downtime?
Mostly trying to keep an ear out or trying to gather some general intelligence about the archangels themselves. But, and I know I didn't say this earlier, but I just thought it could be pertinent. He would like to talk to the guildmaster real quick.
Lady Stone Daughter?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. You make your way to... You are making your way to... Could actually lead into this or something. You're making your way to the Dawn Creed Guild Hall. What is your... Make me a flat wisdom check. I'm gonna simplify this. Make me a flat wisdom check, please, my friend.
That's an 8.
Okay. You feel like there's something about today, something that you've forgotten, but it's not quite coming to you. But as you are approaching the guild hall, you notice a rather large lumbering figure moving a bit before you at breakneck speed. Bulk. Bulk, it is the 14th of the month. It is Shepherd's Pie Day at the guild hall.
Shepherd's
Fuck
pie.
yeah.
Shepherd's Pie Day is a bit of a specialty within the ranks of the Dawn Creed. It is a Creed favorite, and it only comes once a month, so you make it a point to, when you remember that it's there, of trying to acquire some for yourself. You are... I don't even know if in this moment you've noticed Pact, who is admittedly a bit further, lagging a bit behind you. But you are heading on forward into the guild hall. You touch through the doors first, and Pact, you would follow behind Bulk a few moments later. But Bulk, you, as you are coming into the Dawn Creed Guild Hall, you notice there's a bit of commotion. So the way the primary hall is set up is that in front of you is this rather large, like, opening area. There's a big old, like, wooden front desk near the back where that's typically where you would go to ask about, like, jobs. There's a big old wall on the right side with job postings, but immediately to your left when you enter, there is a set of double doors, a few sets of these that go into the mess hall region of the guild hall, and you immediately make a beeline for that. And as you're entering, you notice that there's a bit of a commotion going on. You hear emanating from some individual who you don't quite catch at first. You hear them in this bit of an angry shouting, clearly trying to stir up a bit of trouble. Are you kidding me? And Bulk, you packed you would come up behind Bulk probably, hearing the bit of commotion. But the two of you would see this rather tall, ironclad figure. He is of human persuasion, I believe. Hold on, let me actually double check my notes, because now I feel like I've lied. Pause. Yes. He is
Fluffy
of
beans,
human
yes.
persuasion, roughly about 30 years old, somewhere in there. Flowing locks of glistening golden hair. And you notice this individual hovering over in contrast, a much smaller, diminutive, still human, but very much opposite of not human, I'm sorry, half-elf. Very much opposite of the glitz and glamour of the ironclad paladin before them. This very young, 22-year-old cleric who you both would recognize as Oscar Tet, who was your life cleric when you did the Manticore job recently. The other individual, you both know as you both have been members of the Dawn Creed for some time. You would recognize the other individual as Gideon Hightower, who is a silver rank paladin of the Dawn Creed, and is most notably the leader of the group known as the Heaven's Crown, who they do good work, we'll say that. However, Gideon has a bit of a reputation of pushing around junior members of the guild. Never going super too far, but overall, as stated in our group chat, or in our Discord server, yes, a douchebag. Allow me to share some information for y'all for these. So, let us start with... Did I misspell his name? No, I did not. So we will start with... In whomst? Oscar Tet, who is a Bronze Dawn Creed cleric, half-elf, he-they pronouns, and 22. He is the life cleric of Urasil that you all worked with. The two of you worked with during your job to hunt the Manticore. And then there is Gideon Hightower, who, human conquest paladin. He is a silver member of the Dawn Creed. He, him pronouns, and age 30. A moment, I can also give you guys handouts for these individuals.
What was Oscar's god's name again? Yours?
Urasil, who, if you look at the Vanir Pantheon page, is also known as the Lifebringer, the god of life and renewal. But let me start with Oscar. Sweet baby boy. And then, in contrast, Mr. Gideon Hightower.
Look at his smug fucking expression.
Yeah,
I want to punch him.
good. You should.
I'm gonna punch that man in the face and stab him.
Good. You should. Continuing the scene. With Gideon looming over Oscar. First, you nearly blow the Manticore contract, and then you have the audacity to take the last shepherd's pie. There is a gentle hand of a tiefling who seems to place their hand on Gideon's shoulder. Gideon, come on, it's just the pie. And I will show off this individual, who is Lelia Marloff, another Silver Dawn Creed member, another member of the Heaven's Crown, most notably an alchemist artificer.
Tiefling!
She, despite being a member of the Heaven's Crown, is not nearly as much of a troublemaker as Gideon. Let me give you her information.
I love the skin color. So pretty.
Isn't it?
It's like the skin color
Too,
reflect,
yeah.
like that reflecting the like pure black eyes is like really cool.
She's very warm.
There's
The irony
information.
of an Asmar and a tiefling hanging out is not lost on me.
Oh, I didn't put her age. Hold on. So, she, her pronouns, 29 years old. Continuing the scene. Gideon, come on, it's just the pie. No, Lelia, this is making sure that the trash remembers their place. And he leans in, nearly making Oscar fumble out of his chair. Aren't you a healer? How can anyone depend on you to save them if you can't save yourself? Oscar,
Can
who
I-
is... Go ahead.
Apologies for interrupting, but can I just like say something as I like walk by?
Oh man, I was just gonna throw him in the trash can.
Let's see what happens.
We're seeing what happens.
For a second longer.
Pact, like as he's like making the beeline towards Dana's office, he's just gonna like walk past this whole situation and go, "Last time I checked, it was first come, first served, Blondie," and just walk away.
He does seem to hear that, and he starts looking over at you, momentarily distracted, Pact. But then Oscar goes, "Look, I'm sorry. I didn't know you." Oh, you hear that, Lilia? He's sorry. Isn't that precious? Sorry doesn't excuse the fact that Gideon Hightower has to wait another month for shepherd's pie. Look, man, you can have it. I am your senior. Address me with proper respect. And at this point, he's like grabbing Oscar, like pulling him into his face. I assume that Bulk, I don't know, Pact, I don't know if you're interfering at this point, but Bulk, I assume.
Bulk's about to.
Yeah.
After hearing that and the obvious abuse of rank, yeah, he'll stop in his tracks, close his eyes, take a deep breath. I'm gonna need a cigarette after this, and just walk right back.
Is Loki going damn as he knows Thor's about to cause some fuck shit?
As Pact, you're turning around. Bulk, you are there. You beat Pact to Gideon. What do you do?
Just pulling him by his hair until he lets go of Oscar.
Okay.
'Cause I assume he's taller than him.
You are taller than him, yes. Gideon is quite tall, but I mean, you are taller than 95% of the people in this room. So it's, you know, it's a high bar, if you will. But you grab him, and he obviously taken back by someone daring to put their hands on him. He like releases Oscar and spins around, and he expects somebody to be like eye level with him, and he, seeing your titties basically, a little confused, looks up at you.
That's when he'll feel the tension on the back of his neck from him pulling the hair.
Yes.
Still holding him there by it. Shiny armor has never been tested. I'd like to wipe the floor with you and see how it holds up, Shiny Man. Were you even on the Manticore job?
Last I checked, as he's approaching, no, he wasn't.
Oh,
You know, my
awesome.
pillow's been needing some stuffing. And he'll grip the hair a little tighter.
He has spun around at this point. He is facing you. Oh, Oscar, that's sweet. I didn't realize you had friends. Bronze. Looks down back at Oscar. Bronze. Oh. I guess rats have to stay in a pact then. A pack. Sorry, that was a slip of my tongue as tart.
You know what? It's guys like you that really give this job a bad name. You egotistical, downright lowly pieces of shit. And frankly, and he actually like looks towards Bulk and actually like looks back towards Gideon. We're not going to be bronze for much longer, so I'd watch your tone. Everyone has the opportunity to rise up in the ranks. Even shimmering pieces of turds like you.
He's kind of eyeing you both back and forth. And you can see he just has this like shit-eating smile on his face. Harsh words. Is that all you bring to this table? Bark rather than bite?
You would even handle the... Sorry, I had something for this.
Pact, it seems like there's a space heater right here because all I'm feeling is hot air.
And yet, a cursory glance from either of our bites would send him into the hospital quicker than anything.
Oh, you just think because you outnumber me and one of you is, admittedly, yes, quite large looking up at you, Bulk, that you think you stand a chance against Gideon Hightower. Frankly, that's adorable. Look, friends, I'm going to give you this one last chance. Walk away.
I was going to ask you the exact same thing. Coincidence, huh?
Blackwall does seem to be filled with those. It must be... Oh, would you look at that? It's the 14th. At this point, Lelia kind of starts beginning to make her way between the three of you. Hey, guys, while I get it that we're all big and bad and, you know, we all like to talk a lot of shit, we may want to throw hands, maybe not fucking here. I would like both of you, Bulk and Pact, to...
Bulk just start leading him by the hair.
He is facing you. I would like...
So?
What I'm trying to say is that he has spun out of your grip at this point.
And...
I would like for both of you to make me... I'm gonna call it history checks. I'm gonna give you both advantage though.
Okay.
Less.
20 win.
18.
Well done.
Natural 20.
You both know that within the Dawn Creed, there are a set of 11 rules that all guild members must follow. These are the creed, if one could say. These are the rules that must be followed under every circumstance, and rule number 6 is no unsanctioned fighting with your fellow creed members. In addition to that, rule 7 is no fighting in the mess hall. if you guys are gonna start throwing hands, might be best to. The sad part, because you guys got both got checks high enough. Technically, Gideon hasn't done anything wrong, and that's why he's such a problem, because he keeps getting around the finer wording of these rules. But technically, just talking a bunch of shit to Oscar is not against the rules.
Didn't he shove Oscar, though?
He grabbed Oscar, but he has yet to actually physically harm Oscar.
Bulk's gonna go, I assume there's like a tap or something, like, you know, communal for like water or like guild ale, like just
Yeah, absolutely.
shit laying around. He's gonna fill up his tank, his tankard. Should we really spoil the food-eating atmosphere anyway? This tin can will ruin how the shepherd's pie tastes if he sticks around.
At this point, you guys start hearing like the mumblings of like, oh shit, are they about to fight Hightower? No way, man. They're bronze members. They can't take a silver. No way. I don't know, man. There's two of them, and that one's real fucking big. And you start hearing the sound of coins exchanging hands. Sounds like bets are being made.
As Bok comes over, though, he's gonna take a sip. Can he pour it on Hightower?
Do you want to?
Yeah.
As the commotion is kind of going on, Hightower, who is also kind of noticing everything around the scene that is unfolding and how it's drawing a lot of eyes, Bulk, you take this mug in your hand and you start pouring it down on his head, and it starts flowing into his armor, and he just and he like staggers back to get out of the flow of the ale.
Does the princess need to get changed?
Oh no, Bulk. Looks like you spilled your drink.
What a shame.
Bulk, does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
This is with an unarmed strike, so.
Good. Yes, Bulk.
However,
Yes.
does he? I think he does. Bulk, you are going to take 8 bludgeoning damage. And as there is this radiant power backing up this absolute haymaker that Gideon throws your way, you take 9 additional radiant damage. As you are, despite all the hot air he's been throwing your way, that was a nasty right hook, as you actually genuinely stagger for a moment. And it's at this moment that Dana goes, "All right, that's enough!" And the room goes dead silent.
Pact has a shit-eating grin on his face right now.
Fox
and
also,
he's,
like,
stands at
He
attention.
may have like blood on his teeth, but he's also just grinning at Hightower.
He threw the first punch.
Get baited, jabroni.
Dana stands there for a moment, and pinching her brow, she takes in a deep breath before she makes her way over. Guildmaster, no, enough. Enough out of you, Hightower. I put up with your shit a lot. And you see that her eyes move over to you, Bulk and Pact, with this extreme.
Alright, respectfully, Bok will drop the smirk a little bit.
Stone-faced as a statue.
You can see the mirth in Bok's eyes, But he will drop the smirk respectfully.
Like Pac looks like the perfect soldier right now. He's like standing at attention right now, prepping to salute the moment the order is given.
Rule 6. No unsanctioned fighting with your fellow Creed members. Rule 7. No fighting in the mess hall. Is that fucking hard to follow, people? As she, shouts and it echoes through this chamber. High Tower. Full suspension. 3 days. What? Are you kidding me, Gil? Do you want a week? Because I can give you a week. No, Guildmaster. That will do. Good. Get out. And Gideon shamelessly begins to make his way towards the door, look into you both. This isn't over. No, I believe it is. I believe it is. Everyone here, shut the fuck up. Let me do my job. Wordlessly, this chamber, as Gideon makes his way out. Gideon slams the front door behind him. As soon as he's gone, she turns to you. I respect what you both did, looking out for one of your own crew. However, I'm not a fucking idiot. I also find it baffling the fact that no one has noticed that I've been standing there for the past couple minutes and seeing the scene unfold. I know that you two instigated and baited him to throwing that first punch. Again, I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to suspend either of you. However, both of you, probationary period, 3 days. The both of you know that a probationary period, the difference between a probationary period and a full suspension. A full suspension is 0 access to the guild hall, jobs, mess hall, boarding, completely revoked for however long that time period may be. A probationary period is a much lesser punishment. You still have full access to the guild hall and its services. However, for however long that probationary period is, it's about 3, or it's, hold on, I'm having a stroke. In this circumstance, in this instance of 3 days, you guys, while you'll have full access to the guild hall and its services, you will be unable to take jobs from the Dawn Creed. It sucks, but it's better than a full suspension, and it doesn't, in most circumstances, affect your chances of getting jobs down the line. A probationary period is, in most circumstances, a slap on the wrist.
Sorry, I'm writing it down.
Yeah. So, in short...
Wait, I forget.
In short, access to the guild hall and its services, not able to take jobs for 3 days. What are you going to say, Bolt?
Dana, I saw. I just...
That is
wanted more evidence for
Guildmaster
you.
Stone's daughter to you.
Yes, Guildmaster. I just wanted more evidence for you.
I know.
Sorry. And he'll go, look for a mop to mop up the drink that he poured.
She takes a deep breath. What are you going to say, Pact?
Guildmaster, may I speak on the subject?
You see she visibly, pauses and thinks for a moment. Yes, Pact. Go ahead.
Gideon's skirting of the rules is becoming more and more of an issue, especially with
the obvious abuse of rank and file, and it's becoming tentative to say the least.
Pact, you've noticed that during this whole situation, Lilia, who was there trying to play mediator, was trying to get Gideon to back off. She's been kind of standing there a bit nervously this entire time. And it's at this moment that you notice, Lilia, that Dana seems to notice her as well. He makes a good point, Lilia. Do you have any excuse for Gideon's behavior? No, Guildmaster. No, I don't. Well, perhaps you and I should speak at length about Gideon's recent behavior. In the meantime, she's gonna go over. You alright, kid? And she's gonna... Oscar kind of fumbled when Gideon let him go. And, Dana offers Oscar her hand. Oscar takes it. Yes, ma'am, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. You have nothing to be sorry about, son. I'll say it as it is. Gideon is a douchebag. While being a douchebag is not against the rules, he is still a douchebag. Maybe a slight revision of some of the rules is in order, or maybe I just need to be a bit stricter. Regardless.
Enjoying shepherd's pie is not a crime!
Points towards Bulk.
He's not wrong. Get yourself, finish your pie. Do me a favor, get yourself a once-over from one of the doctors. I know you're a life cleric, but I'd rather have someone report directly to me. Sound good? Yes, ma'am. Alright, people, show's over! Back to your... whatever the fuck you were doing. Lilia? Come by my office later today and we need to talk. We need to talk. I'm simple as that. Is that it?
One other thing, Guildmaster.
She'll look to you. Pact.
Before this situation broke out, I actually was making my way towards your office. I have a bit of a report to bring in from, let's just say, an altercation outside the guild hall the other day.
She'll eye you curiously. Alright. This way, Pact. My office.
He will bow and then follow.
Change your music a little bit. And Bulk and Pact are going to go separate ways for the moment. We are going to cut away from the two of you for the moment. We're going to touch back on both of y'all here in a little bit. Sound good?
Yeah.
In fact, looking at the time, this sounds like a good opportunity for a bio break. Let's all take a quick pissers, quick sippers, and we'll be back in a few moments. We'll be right back. Hello. We're back. All right. We'll go ahead and get back into things. Let's real quick, before we continue forward, let's quickly roll on back to Solomon and Lath. Solomon, where are you and Lath going?
Heading towards the guard, specifically.
You're heading to the Blackwatch Garrison?
Blackwatch Garrison, yeah.
Okay. Appropriately enough, as you are approaching the Blackwatch Garrison, you happen to notice First Lieutenant Libiahin actually making her way out. It is early morning, so she's likely just now beginning her shift, or her watch, as one might say. But she notices you approaching with increased fervor and goes, Mr. Akava, Inquisitor, to what I owe this pleasure.
We don't have time. I need you to round up any and all guards that you have available at your disposition at this current juncture. Get anything, including paladins. There's more undead.
Libiahin seems to eye you curiously. More undead, you say. Where's this revelation coming from?
Slams down. Immediately, pulls out the scroll, slams it onto, the closest wall. This was brought to my attention. This was discovered at the scene of the wreckage of the ship. Do you know what this is?
You see as Libiahin immediately snatches it away and brings you in close, whispering in your ear, not here.
What do you mean, not here? There are 2 more potential greater undead.
They have been dealt with. Everything is fine.
Furrowing the brow.
Everything is fine. Not here. Carry on like normal. I will reach out to you. I will explain. But not here. I'm sorry for... As she kind of pulls away, I'm sorry for the confusion, Master Akava. I'll have some men make the rounds and take a look into things, but I will report to you my findings.
Best to do so. And Solomon is not angry, he's just annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
I'm back. I'm
Hey,
dead.
Joe, what's up? Joe, have you not been back?
No, I literally just sat down.
We thought you were back.
Oh, bro, I thought you said you were back. We started. I'm so sorry.
Oh
I
my
genuinely
God, I'm
thought you were back
so
already.
I am so sorry. No, I had to go talk to Celeste for a little bit. I am so sorry.
You didn't
No, when I
really
was
miss
doing
anything.
when I made a thing that I said, who all is back, by the way? And I saw a few mics light up, and I thought yours was one of them. I genuinely thought you were here. You're fine. We've only been going for a couple minutes.
Oh, that's good.
Currently, Solomon is requesting aid from Libiahin, who has now whispered to him that things are fine, that there are no more undead at this moment, and that she will be reaching out later, and is now seemingly putting on a face as if nothing has happened. Smile.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Alright, fine. Thank you for looking into the matter. I'm sure you'll give a nice report back to me, say, at the tower.
Yes, sir, I will make sure to do so. I will send my finest messenger as soon as I have information for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He's going to look and take back his, which scroll did I give?
You plopped I presume the replica scroll on the wall, correct?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it
that
was
would be
the
more.
moment that you plopped that she snatched it from you. She will give it back if you want it back, otherwise she will be keeping it. It is up to you.
He will want that back.
Okay. She will give it
As
back
he
to
is
you.
going to take that. I greatly appreciate it. I will thank you. And if you have a little bit of time later, I'd like to discuss some other inquiries about maybe some help. But besides that, a good day to you, officer. And he is just going to annoyingly turn.
Annoyingly.
He is annoyingly turning his back and immediately going back to the tower as he basically feels his time has been wasted.
Lath, you are very confused. Go ahead, Leif, and make me an insight check.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if you make the same discovery that Solomon did.
23.
Now that more than one player is aware, I can speak it out loud. Some of you have probably deduced this already, but Leith, you've had quite a few moments to think in your rush from the tower to the Blackwatch garrison. You think about Solomon's findings with the scroll you gave him, and you start kind of compiling what that means, and you come to the same realization that Solomon did. If this scroll was, by that logic, if it was meant to make more than one white, where was the other white? Because y'all only fought one. With that, the two of you start making your way back to the tower. Do y'all hold a conversation on these discoveries and events on your way back, or do you wait until you actually arrive back at the tower?
Personally, Solomon will not say a single word until he's back into what he believes to be his safe territory.
Mm-hmm.
Lath too. Lath, being told like this is a secret matter, wouldn't want to say anything out in the open.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You both return back to the tower, where you, with fervor, make your way up to Solomon's office, where the two of you are alone and secure.
I feel more cursed every fucking day. As he is just immediately going to sit back down at his desk and begin just working more and more. Hey, forgive, Leth. I'm not in good mood or spirit to be of company. So if you're looking for cheerful, joyous companionship, I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to fill that hole.
I didn't expect anything. I just want to know what the fuck is going on.
Well, we'll figure
He says
that
really just matter-of-factly.
We'll figure that out when the good lieutenant arrives here. In which case, I have many questions, many concerns, and many gripes. There's gonna be a defeated look in his face, and he's just gonna go, what time is it, even?
It is at this stage above game. It was pretty early morning when you both went over to the Blackwatch garrison. It's a bit of a trek there. It's a bit of a trek back. It is now roughly somewhere in the 9 to 10 range. It is nine something.
It should be around 9 o'clock about now. If you want, Lath, I know that the tower has at least some commodities, some refreshments, some foods that are usually served around this time. There's decent breakfast given.
Breakfast
I
buffet.
highly recommend. Yes, a breakfast buffet. That
Immediately, you see Lace kind of perk up at the thought of food.
feel free to partake in. I have no need for it. I have work to do.
Leith,
Go ahead.
make me an insight check.
Okay.
I'm gonna DM you something.
Hey, you can slide in my DMs.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Damn, I feel honored.
Just sliding into his DMs.
Wait, if I slide into Tart's DMs, is it called going into the kennel?
Into the doghouse.
There we go.
Slide into the bark box?
That's the DM, so it's the dog mansion.
Shut up.
Dogs
Good,
misses.
River, good. You're learning. Proceed as you will. Just wanted to make sure it was pointed out to you.
Lath will kind of speak up. I see. Well, if you could let me know when Libiahin gets back to you, and I guess I'll go explore the tower.
Enjoy your stay within the tower, and of course, just be wary of any and all potential magical mishaps that may occur within this facility. Going from particular magic missile mishaps to polymorph problems. As he just kind of he is just focusing now on writing more equations and algorithms.
My favorite
This is like-
my favorite D&D podcast, Problems and Polymorphs.
So this bitch Becky decides to polymorph my man Brad into a fucking donkey because she thought he was a jackass.
Donkey.
And
I'd
didn't
watch
have
that. I'd watch that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I would too.
That'd be such a funny. What would it be, like a sitcom, reality show, whatever? It
No,
would be
no.
funny as shit.
May I?
Oh
May I?
God, Days of Our Lives, but D&D.
No, Tart.
Yes!
No.
Okay.
May I?
Uh-huh.
Please.
The real archmages of Blackwall.
Thank you. Thank
Ages
you.
of our lives.
Thank you. No, because I was thinking like reality show, but like a mockumentary, like Modern Family or like Parks and Rec or some shit.
J. Frost, that was
Yes.
good. Go ahead and take inspiration, my friend.
Woo!
Rare inspiration from a J. Frost joke.
Hey, now hold the fucking phone,
Listen, he's got good lines.
motherfucker.
Hold up.
I get them.
Alrighty. So, with that, the two of you go your separate ways. Solomon, you now with increased intensity return back to your work. Lath, you and I had talked about this in DMs a little bit, but we talked about Lath wanting to spend the next couple of days trying to get a general idea of how to get around Blackwall without issue. Really like exploring the city to try to see if you can, while you have a physical map, trying to get a general layout as like a mental map. Is that correct? Lath, yes? Lath?
Yes.
With that, I'm gonna have you make me a survival check. I'll give you advantage because you have the physical map.
Yay! I'm a map!
I am the map. I am the map.
I actually have really decent survival skills.
Yes.
21.
21. You do have to spend a good chunk of the day, on occasion getting lost, but for the most part, with the assistance of your actual physical map, you're able to get a general idea of a lot of the patterns and networks of streets and roads and general design intricities of Blackwall as a whole. It is going to, for the foreseeable future, it is going to help mitigate your checks on travel, so that way you don't get fucking lost.
Yeah!
In addition, I
Just
believe
buy this man a compass.
Yeah. I believed you spoke of wanting to provide a little assistance at the Copper Piece.
Yes.
So, my question for Copper, my dear friend Copper, Copper, would you allow Lath to do a little part-time work at the Copper Piece during these 3 days of downtime?
Well, Copper would be absolutely ecstatic. However, there might be someone else who needs to be discussed here.
Why are you in my house?
So, realistically, Copper is going to hear about this, tell Leif to hold tight for a little bit, make their way out to Sabri, and just be like, this is a good opportunity to build goodwill.
Good
Hey, Simmer,
will my ass. I don't need him here right now.
Hey, Simri, in addition to
Yeah.
that, you got shit you want to do.
Yeah.
How about then? They only seem to want to be here for a few days at the moment. Perhaps you could abscond for a little bit. Only come back to have a little bit of a rest.
Yeah. Get to be kicked out of my own home. It's great. Simmery
Cool, dude,
rumbles.
awesome.
Would you rather would you rather that you be the one to talk to them and get any information from them?
Fucks no. I'm going out the window.
I'll leave your dinner on the balcony.
Thank you. I'll leave your food bowl outside.
You fucking feral cat!
Oh my god.
Oh, wonderful. With that being said, Lath, you take up a bit of an internship at the Copper Piece for a couple days. Copper, as the Copper Piece does not make a lot of funds in those couple of days, you will have to unfortunately take some more money out of the Copper Piece's funds to pay Lath for their work. We will, for the sake of this, just say it's an even 10 gold for the 2 days of work. Roughly 5 hours each.
Understood.
Lath, you make 10 gold. Language proficiency.
Don't mind me, I'm adding things.
I know. With that, let's take a moment as Lath is getting the general grasp of retail. Let's see what Simri's doing.
Sorry.
Hey, Simri, what's up?
I'm
What's up,
so
buddy?
sorry, Leaf. It's gotta fucking. Honestly, Leaf would do great in retail.
Yeah, because he's that gay bitch.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yes. Simri, I realized one of the things that I technically don't have to do because I'd be having some of the night owls do it. And Simri does need at least a day to recoup and not do much, but that would probably be the last day, depending on what's happening.
Mhm. Hold.
But
My keyboard is having a conniption, but please continue.
of course, keyboard.
It's doing the thing again.
Well, I could cross out one of these things, which was locating Leaf.
True.
You found me.
can.
Leaf came to me.
See, I'm
So
helping.
So at some point in the night, Simri's just don't let Simri forget to ask where Leith went. There you go. But the first thing I'm gonna do is Archangel bullshit. Simri needs to figure out what the hell is going on with the Archangels and why they're just pulling up on people now. More than usual, I should say.
Alrighty. Make me an investigation check.
Investigation. Ha. That could be better. That is a 13.
The Archangels, while a lot of their activity is rather ragtag, goon behavior,
Yeah.
you do pick up on some of what Bulk told you. Some of them seem to be more localized in a couple areas of the city, more than normal, almost like they're being concentrated there for a specific purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of equate it back to what Bulk was telling you about what's been going on with him and Pact regarding the Archangels, but something still ain't quite adding up.
If I were to follow some of them... Oh, I need to hit long race button. Eavesdrop, that's the word I'm looking for. If I can find any of them that are just talking, see if they're mumbling about anything in particular. Can I do that?
Unfortunately, with a 13, with there being a good number of Archangels and you looking for some very specific information regarding what exactly they're looking for and why, you're not in this circumstance gonna get a whole lot. You'll be able to pick up on a couple leads for maybe a bit more information to give you help on a future check, but otherwise, not a lot.
Okay. Easy as a god. Oh my god. The other thing I need to do is, while Simri's out here, what part of town specifically are they more concentrated in? If you have an idea, or if there is no idea, I'll just move on.
I'm just picturing it in my head.
Yeah.
More the eastern and northeastern side. No, sorry, western and northwestern side. Further towards the
sweet.
harbor. Not the harbor specifically, but like more than that. Close, further in that district of town. Further towards that district of town.
Okay. That actually makes this a lot easier because, given what Balk told her, Simri's gonna see if she can find Pact, or at least find where he lives, and see if he pops up. They need to have a little chat because Balk definitely didn't give her a lot of information.
Okay. You're looking for where Pact lives. Pact, reasonably, how hard do you think it would be to do that?
Knowing that he and Bulk are part of the Dawn Creed and probably following from there, I guess it's just a contest of perception versus stealth for tailing them.
Yeah.
Would that seem fair or no?
I'd say that'd be fair. You do know that Pact is a member of the Dawn Creed, so reasonably you could wait until the end of the day to follow him when he gets out, when he leaves the guild hall, and tail him. With that, we'll put a pin in that, and we'll actually reconvene with Pact. Pact, you are brought into Guildmaster Stone Daughter's office, where she kind of goes behind her desk, and you see in here the office is, while it's luxurious, it definitely seems like it's more for function than aesthetics. She goes behind her desk, and you can see that there is a already opened bottle of, would you presume to be whiskey or maybe some sort of dwarven ale. It's a gamble, truly. But she looks to you and goes, "Drink? I know it's early, but..."
Wouldn't mind a little bit then.
She will pour you a glass of some actually quite aromatic sort of, it seems to be rum. And then it kind of gives you memories back to your time at sea with the now harbor master.
The moment Pack takes the glass or whatever the rum is being poured into, he just grabs it and just like swigs it back within like seconds of getting it.
Mm-hmm. That, you know what, never mind. You can see as she seeing you do that, she swirls it a bit and takes a sip rather than downing the whole thing.
It's an old sailor's phrase: "Waste not, want not," especially when it comes to rum or any liquor they can get their hands on. You never know when the next one's gonna come.
Fair enough. Well, Pact, what can I help you with?
Just wanted to report in on somebody who was tailing me the other day. A archangel by I'm assuming a code name of Q. Red-skinned tiefling individual, very... He just kind of like does the Excalibur face. Talkative. According to him, the Archangels are looking for something, especially in relation to their boss, Malachi Draxus. Apparently, I was just the poor sucker that they started to follow from the Dawn Creed Guild. They are convinced that it's here somewhere, and I just so happened to be the lucky or unlucky contestant in their little game.
It's been going on for a while? This is a recent development.
Last couple of days, from what I could gather.
I don't like that. I don't like having the Archangels going after stalking my people. You know why?
How's that?
No, I mean, do you know why they're tailing you?
Oh, apologies. I got, from all I could gather from Q, is that they're just trying to garner information just from Dawn Creed members, and I was the first. Luckily, I had some assistance in that regard.
She's thinking for a couple moments, taking another swig of her drink. Oh man, it's worrying. You really have no idea why they're after you.
The only thing I heard was something was stolen from them, as I mentioned earlier, and I don't know what was stolen. I don't know why me specifically. I assumed random is the best guess I have.
I'll admit it's certainly odd. What business do the Archangels have going after the Dawn Creed and a very specific member? If it was more generalized, that would maybe make more sense trying to get information on us, but it sounds like they're specifically looking at you.
Not sure why me. I'm very unassuming on a good day.
Right. I got a couple old contacts I can poke around, see what they know, but otherwise it's really, truly best guess.
I wouldn't be surprised if they start snooping around here, probably coming in as new recruits in disguise.
I'll keep an eye out. We'll be a bit more diligent in our screening process. As you can imagine, much like you, I don't like it.
Last thing that I assume the guild and also me needs right now is more people butting into our business.
No, I agree. I most certainly agree. Oh, jeez. Just nearly dropped my phone, sorry.
What's a phone?
You know.
I'm kidding. It was a Bob game. But that is all I've learned so far.
Fortunately, I don't got a lot of answers for you, but I'll look into it.
Much
But
appreciated.
This is the first time I've heard of them looking out at my people in this manner.
I do appreciate that you heard me out, and if it's any consolation, I am somewhat apologetic about earlier today.
Y'all were just looking out for your own. I just, just this organization, it gets a little overwhelming at times, but it's nothing I can't handle. Sometimes you just gotta remember to lay down the law a little bit. Nothing against you or Bulk, truly.
It is the burden of leadership. You can't really play favorites.
No, not at all. I haven't forgotten what y'all did for me with the docks the other day, especially considering what happened with the Guinevere.
Yeah, it's a shame. What happened to that crew?
Yeah. I hear they're still pulling bodies from the wreckage.
Do you have any more need of me?
No, Pact, I think that's it for now.
He'll bow and begin to head out. Not really saying much after that.
Alrighty. With that, Pact, you make your way out. In the meantime... Who was that?
That was me.
Oh.
Yee-hoo.
Yee-hoo. I'm actually going to touch on one more person real quick before we have this funny little moment with Simri. This hee-hoo little funny moment. Bulk. As you are taking this moment to clean up after you spilled ale all over Gideon Hightower and the mess hall floor, you are actually approached by Oscar, who, while he has kind of just been there the entire time, he does come up to you and he goes, Hey, Bulk, thanks for that.
Bach just puts down the mop and claps him on the shoulder and just gives him a firm I regret nothing. And then he'll go back and pick up the mop again.
I can't remember the last time someone stood up to Gideon. Why would you risk getting yourself in trouble like that? I mean, he's a silver member. I'm just some bronze plebeian. I've only been with the Creed for a couple months. Why would you... I don't know. Maybe it's a stupid question.
Buck will, unfortunately, lizard blink at him for a second. There are these tiers, but no one is worth more than the other. He'll just kind of shrug. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
I was not always as big as I am. We all change and grow.
He did make a... I hate to say a good point, though, but I mean, I really biffed it on the Manticore job. I almost got myself killed. If you and Pact hadn't been there, I would have, you know... Oh, I just... Never mind. It's stupid.
When you get mad at a kid, are you mad at it for not knowing what it didn't know? I mean, I don't know. We learned shit. I learned not to pour drink on someone today.
Yeah, well, he did kind of deserve it.
We're not hopeless, and he is not all there is. He is only silver. There are those above him.
Can I ask you something? Why do they call you the Beast of Baldur? Is it just because you're big and strong?
People fear what they do not understand. Plenty of people can agree to that, or testify anyway.
You really aren't a bad guy, are you? You're just misunderstood.
If you think I have just a kitten with a heart of gold, I'm afraid you are missing the mark. But no, I do not enjoy stealing babies from their cribs or eating souls.
You know, my mom used to tell me something when I was younger. She used to look at me and she'd say, Oscar, always remember, a heart of gold will shatter any blade. You're a kind spirit, Bulk. Just never forget that.
Hopefully there is kindness in me.
I like
But
to
we
think
are
so.
many things.
Well, at least allow me to return the favor for getting Gideon off my back. And he is going to actually offer you his shepherd's pie. I know you didn't get any, and honestly, I don't think I'm hungry anymore.
He's gonna go and get 2 drinks and another plate. The social thing doesn't come easy to me, but And he'll just start splitting it. You can sit there, and I'll eat mine when I'm done. And he'll go back to mopping.
Okay. Alrighty. You spend a little time with Oscar. You partake in some shepherd's pie. It's not. It gets a not cold per se, but it does get a little
Lukewarm.
lukewarm. Yeah, but damn, it do be hitting the spot though. Alrighty. Pact, as you come back, you do see that Bulk is, it looks like Bulk is hanging out with Oscar for a little bit. If it's all the same to you because of above game, what we want to do with Simri, we're gonna have you head out for a bit, if that is okay.
Oh yeah, he wasn't gonna really say anything to them. He was just gonna like walk right past them.
Perfect. All right. Pact, you take this opportunity to head home for however long. Simri.
Hello.
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 You notice Pact beginning to make his way out of the Dawn Creed Guild Hall. I would like for you a stealth check.
I'm gonna do it. Can use my inspiration if I have to. Yep.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
I watched it roll from a relatively good number to the 2. I was like, yep.
Yep, there it goes.
Just gonna.
Now, Pact, I presume you can't roll higher than a 26 for perception.
Fuck no.
Alrighty. So as far as
That's
you
a
can
19
tell,
on the dice.
yeah, as far as you can tell, as you're making your way home, you aren't being followed, despite you looking. Simri looks at the hard mic. Does he know?
Who's gonna tell him?
He doesn't know.
Can I also make a perception check to make sure that I'm the only one following him?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Make me a yeah.
8.
Not that you can fucking tell.
Should I make a perception just to, like, as I'm not gonna be able to spot Simri on 26, but just for like anybody else, since I know. Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense that Pact would probably look anyways. Oh, never mind.
That was a misclick. It's a
nature.
12.
Natural.
Okay.
It do seem natural that you do not perceive anyone following you in this moment.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, that would be so weird if someone was following you right now.
Bro.
Crazy, dude.
Twice on the same day? Come on. Who'd
Yeah,
do
right?
that?
Pact. Make your way home.
Yep. Opens the door, heads on in, just lights up another cigarette and just decompresses.
Simri, you now know where Pact lives. Pact lives in this small, somewhat cramped apartment in the midst of an apartment block in the northwestern district.
She's gonna do a little scout around just to see if there are any archangels hanging out.
Okay.
Just a peekers.
Is this an extended search or just the peekers?
I'd say an extended search. Give Pac time to relax before knocking on his door.
Okay. Make me a perception or investigation, your choice.
Perception is better. That's a 15. There you go.
You notice some hanging around this general area, but you don't at this moment suspect that Pact is the reason for their presence. You suspect it is probably related to your earlier discoveries,
Mm-hmm.
in that they are looking for something, but you don't know if they are specifically here because Pact is here.
Well, gonna go knock on Pact's door.
Okay. Pact,
Sorry, buddy.
Pact, you are like finally fucking decompressing after today, after their hectic few days, and then of course, motherfucking.
It's always when you sit down and just start to unwind after a long fucking day. He
Yeah.
he gets up. Like Summer will definitely hear an audible groan from the other side of the door as he opens it up. What? What the? Who are you?
Pact has to look down. Simri is shorter than him by like almost a foot. So actually, now that I think about it, the only thing he does see before he looks down is the top of her hood.
Wait, how tall is Summer?
Simri's like just barely over 5 feet.
Well, because like Pac's 5'8", so it's not that tall.
But she's short enough to where he still has to like look down like, oh.
This is new. All right. Who are you?
Hanging around
What kind?
bulk with your cat folk.
Yeah.
I'm used to looking up, and seriously, this is a weird neck alignment. Anyway, who are you, and what do you want?
Simri just flips her hood down. I'm just here to talk.
About what specifically? As he kind of like narrows his eyes.
Heard you've had some trouble with some angels. And she's just gonna slip past him. Go right to his house.
Pinches the bridge of his nose.
Pact,
Closes
you
the door.
internally, the audacity of this bitch in this moment.
In a way, he does respect the hustle, but in another way, like it's being drowned out by just the migraine that is currently growing in his head right now.
Oh no! CG. Simri isn't gonna necessarily make herself comfortable, perhaps. Technically, but she is going to sit. And whether that is where Pact was sitting before is up to you.
So, if Tart doesn't mind, the interior is very like Eastern design. There isn't really a couch or a chair to sit on outside of like a small dining room table with like a couple of chairs on it. One is probably a little bigger than the other. And like you don't really see a whole lot. It's a very minimalist apartment.
Oh yeah, I don't imagine Pact has a lot.
So the only visible chair you can see
Pact's
is just by the
life.
dining room table. Yeah, something like that.
God damn it. Simri sits like a weirdo. She'd take the slightly bigger chair.
He'll sit across from you, continuing hit the drag of his cigarette. He's not really caring if you mind or not, but he's just gonna look at you and say, "All right. Who did you hear about this trouble from? It's not very common knowledge."
Your companion? Don Creed, co-worker, I don't know. The big tiger man. Bulk, I believe his name is.
Yeah, coworker's a good descriptor. I'm gonna have to have a talk with him later about privacy. So, what all do you know then?
Well, I know you ran into somebody named Q. They were a red tiefling. They work for the Archangels, and apparently they think you stole something from them.
It's not true. They haven't really stolen anything lately.
You don't look like the thieving type. No, I'm here to figure out whether or not you have even noticed anything else about the Archangels being out? Because there are many more out there right now, currently.
I'm
Or
trying
if
to
you
do a
even have
little.
an
I'm trying
inkling.
to do a little. I'm trying to do a little digging myself, and so far, the feelers I put out, I'm just waiting for responses.
That's what everyone's doing these days. I have my people. Since you're sadly involved now, how about we keep each other in the loop? Archangels are annoying little fuckers. They are consistently trying to get me to join them, and it's a problem for me and my companion. The more I know, the better I can work at keeping myself and them safe.
Well, if you're proposing what I think you are, I'm going to need your name as well as your little companion's name as well, if I can keep my story straight and everything.
I'm surprised you don't remember. Then just gives him a look like, you really don't.
Damn,
He
bro.
literally told
Rude.
you. Really?
Okay, one, how am I supposed to know who you align yourself with if I just met you? What, yesterday, apparently? Two, how am I supposed to know somebody? I, I'm not gonna lie, completely forgotten his name the moment he started prying into my business.
Simri is my name. And the kobold you saw with me is Copper.
All right, cool.
CG internally. The seed has been planted.
Yes! They don't know they'll have to talk to me eventually.
So, what all does? Apologies, my command of common is not that terrific, despite using it for this long. But what all does your companion offer in this regard?
Oh, he doesn't offer anything. This is purely from me. I just
Well,
need
first
to keep
of all,
him
he's a
safe.
good cook.
Yes, first of all, he cooks really good food. Do
I'm
you
better.
want more shepherd's pie? No. This is solely between you and I. He is just connected because he keeps me safe.
Fair enough.
I'm going to be straight with you. I am, unsurprisingly, not the most honest person. I'm a thief, if you will. Of goods and
Okay.
words.
Like, that's just it. He just looks, gives you like a
Yeah,
plain
like,
look, and just
okay.
says, "Okay."
Like, yeah,
And?
Cool
So if
story,
there's
bro.
anything
Didn't fucking ask.
Yeah. So if there is anything you do need, I can do it in exchange for information or anything else you give me.
I'll keep in touch. Is there I don't know, means of communication that you prefer or anything like
Simri
that?
just kind of like thinks, and then sighs. Really, the only place you can contact me unless I come to you is the copper piece.
I'll keep that in mind, but I'm. You were honest with me, I'm going to be a little honest with you. I am not comfortable with any of this, and frankly, the less people are involved, the better for me. And that's just my own personal preferences.
Yeah, that does really suck because with the Archangels, whether or not they're still trying to get you, uh, you've already gotten involved with seen, I should say, with someone like me.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If the heat gets to be too much, I'll just leave. It won't be the first time. It's not gonna be the last time.
Man, it is almost refreshing to run into someone who thinks like me.
Let's not make this a bonding moment, please.
That's why I said almost.
I haven't determined if I hate you yet or not.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I want to stab you yet or not. I'll have to sleep on it. No, but I can tell you what I know. And I can also keep an eye out on your place. Not like I'm going home anytime soon. As you play normal, do your job. If you see anything, let me know. Nothing too complicated.
All right, I can amend to this, but I'm gonna try and keep contact at least somewhat scarce.
Of course.
I don't want to make frequent trips. That would look suspicious.
God, I think we did determine it's out of Simri's 1 mile range from the Copper Piece to Pact's place.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, if I am around, quote unquote, in a mile of you, you'll know. And I don't know how we would describe what it would feel like for the first time for a mind to connect to your own. Because Simri can
That's a weird
just
thought.
do this to a person. There is, as long as the person can speak, she can make a psychic link with them.
Above game. Huh. That's a different voice in my head. What the fuck?
Simri not flinching at all, just looking straight at Pact. You'll hear from me. In his head is what he'll hear.
Blanks. I guess I'll look forward to that.
And this lasts for... hold on. An hour.
Well done.
So I guess you'll be hearing from me in 30 minutes if I find anything. If you don't hear from me in 30 minutes, well, don't worry about it.
Can do.
I just, in my head, I just imagine Simri just slaps her knee. Well,
Well, I'ma head out.
she does
like a Midwestern dad trying to leave the social event.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I do imagine Simri and Pac just kind of look at each other awkwardly for like a good 30 seconds. I should go.
Yeah. He just sits there and finishes the cigarette, puts it out in the ashtray. I'll see you out.
Yep. It's a straight shot, dude. It's right, I could see the door.
Consider it cultural etiquette.
Understood. And Simri just puts her hands up like, I'm not gonna stop you from doing something you feel right. Before she leaves, she's just gonna flip her hood up and turn into someone else who doesn't look like her. Let's say random NPC number 2.
Whoa, crazy, dude. Turn into Gideon.
Pax sees him and just punches him immediately.
Yeah.
Fine.
Every no, but flowing locks.
We're not in the mess hall,
do
bitch.
it.
Round 2.
You're on my turf now, bitch.
I'm just saying, if I can get a surprise round on him, I can get a pretty good shot before he eviscerates me with those fucking smites.
Yeah. And the last thing Pax sees of Simri is her probably disappearing onto the roofs. Doing parkour!
Parkour, dude!
Watches, closes the door, locks, like just not really crumbles, but just like sits down back on the floor, lights another cigarette up. What am I getting myself into?
Pact has floor time.
Pack has floor time. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Alrighty. Okay, alrighty. Well, my friends. With that, now in the books, does anyone have any other things they would like to do today?
I need to go talk to Adder. I almost called him Aster, but
Would you like to make a quick run by Adder's place?
yeah, I just gotta tell him where that Leith stopped by the copper piece.
Okay. I'm going to roll real quick to see if he's home. He is home.
Sweet. My luck keeps going.
You inform him of Leith being either at the copper piece or having been around the copper piece today. He informs you that he did not fucking find Leith at the tavern.
Mm-mm. Oh,
Which strikes
What's
a
the
chord in
problem?
you because you could have fucking sworn he was staying at the tavern at the Silver Lantern. So you're like, huh.
Who the
Oh.
fuck is this bitch?
And so Adder tells you how he will find Leith and he will figure out where Leith lives now. If he's not staying at the Copper Piece, where the fuck is he staying? He's gonna figure it out.
For the inconvenience, because that was Simri's mistake. She definitely should have made sure Leith was still at the inn before
Well,
she told
I
Adder.
agree. You didn't fucking know.
Simri still feels bad.
Yes.
Simri is going to give him 10 gold.
Meanwhile, at the Copper Piece, so Leith, where are you staying right now?
Do you actually ask Leith this? I'm curious. This is in character?
I figured he'd probably ask that in casual conversation. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like Copper's that kind of person.
Leith, you're welcome to answer if you wish. You can trust Copper. He's a nice guy.
I mean, really, Lace wouldn't think too much about it, so yeah. I'm at the tower.
Interesting. Must be nice and cozy over there. But
A lot better than the inn was.
boy, wouldn't it be such a terrible thing if some ne'er-do-well was staking out the inn looking for you. Anyway,
I swear, if you actually say that, I'm inciting.
no, I'm being a shit. Continue with the scene. I just wanted the gag.
But yeah, no, Simri gave him 10 gold and apologies for that.
Alrighty. Well, if it's all the same to y'all, the next few things I have are a bit longer, and I'm gonna be 100% with y'all. My keyboard is doing its fucky wucky, and I think I finally discovered what is happening with my keyboard. For those who
cool.
have known that I've been having keyboard issues recently. And in this current state I am in, this state of purgatory, it's actually incredibly hard to run the rest of the session. So if it's all the same to you, I believe we will call tonight a session. And
Yeah, I don't
just a
mind it
little
early.
bit earlier than normal. With that, my friends, thank you for joining us tonight. Let's go ahead and send it on around the table. Bun, where can people find you?
Hello. Is me the Bun. People can find me on my Ko-Fi where I do all of my art stuffs. Where you can buy my art stuff. There we go. You can also find me on Blue Sky where I post the art stuff. You can find me this Tuesday where I play Uma in Rascals and Ravnica. The group Shadow Sources where things are getting freaky. I should say. Things have always been freaky. It's Rascals. And I think that's it for now for me, where you can find me. CG!
The CG, you can find me nowhere, but you can find me on the various Good Beans D&D channels, such as twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn, where you can catch me this, actually, maybe not this Saturday, because I have family coming into town over the weekend. We'll get that sorted out. I'll approach it the day of. But you can find me on this channel, the this next Tuesday, as mentioned, and this upcoming Thursday for continuation of A Year in Candlekeep. That's it for me. River.
That's me. You can find me, well, currently not streaming, but you can find me on my socials at Wicked River 97, pretty much anywhere. I'm eventually gonna come back when I have spoons.
Let's go.
That's me. Punk?
I am coming back to streaming in November. Got a
You
new job,
already
getting
streamed,
settled.
though.
I know, but like that one was like an on-off. Like when I mean regularly, we'll start back up in November. Until then, I'm most active on Instagram and Blue Sky, occasionally Red Note, not really Twitter, and really not TikTok. But all that punk your dog. Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe. I play Pact. In Lewis Schilling, I'm just gonna lament about something real quick. 1 year ago today, I stood in front of a good chunk of these goons, actually. My family to marry the absolute love of my life, and that was today 1 year ago. Yeah.
That was a year ago?
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't seen y'all in a fucking year.
Hey! Fuck you.
Well, other than Joe.
Thank you. Anyway, so I just want to at least be on stream and say happy anniversary to my loving wife, as well. It's because it's not just our 1 year anniversary. Sometime along this week, don't ask me which day because I can't remember, is our 8th year anniversary as a couple.
Oh my god. Congrats. Congrats to the both of you. Many more.
Congrats.
Absolutely. Genuinely, this year has crawled on so long. I thought that shit was back in like March. I can't believe it's been a fucking year. Holy shit.
Bro, if that was in March, that would have a lot more complicated feelings. I'm not going to lie to you. That's for me and me alone. Anyway, so Tart, go.
Hello,
I think you're the last one, right?
I am the last one. Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. My name is Farting Tart. I just want to give a quick shout out to Jay Frost, who did have to depart a little early this session, as he had some business stuff that he had to deal with, which is no big deal. He did let us know ahead of time that he was going to be departing earlier. But you have my name is Farting Tart. I am the DM of this Sunday session of Dummies and Disasters, Sins of the Blood. You can find me at twitch.tv/fartingtart, where I am a variety dog tuber, and I'm currently engaged in the midst of Barktober, where I'm playing a bunch of horror games for the month. With that, I may or may not be streaming tomorrow. I suspect probably not, because I've got a good chunk of stuff to do tomorrow, so don't count on it. But who knows? I might be feeling crazy, dude. In the meantime, as I kind of mentioned, my keyboard is doing some fucky wuckies right now. So I actually can't type at the moment. So we are not going to be raiding tonight. It is very unfortunate. But you can find us here next week at twitch.tv/dummies and disasters for another episode of Sins of the Blood. Thank you all very much for joining us. And tune in
And Tuesday.
where we return
Tuesday?
back to Ravnica with the Rascals, brother.
Come Tuesday.
Come Tuesday. Thank you all for joining us. And remember, as
Guys,
always,
it's bad!
Guys, it's bad, dude! But thank you all for joining us. And remember, as always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights, you're loved, you are valid, and most importantly today, if no one's told you already, you fucking matter. We love you all. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!
Bye.
Yeah.
See ya.